Hi guys, it's Quirky here, back with another speed build. This is a speed build of a quirky mid-century modern home. I say quirky because it, in a way, is not very true to being a mid-century modern home. It's kind of a variation of a mid-century modern home. It's kind of like the aftertaste of a mid-century modern home. Like, it's not exactly all the way there, but there are some kind of flavors of mid-century modern throughout, if that makes any sense. I do not know. I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. It's kind of weird, like the title says, it's definitely quirky. I wasn't really sure how to describe this style, so I just kind of went with quirky mid-century modern, because it kind of encompasses kind of what I was going for. But yeah, this is a 2-bedroom home, but I really just built it for like 1 or 2 people. And it's got a really nice deck out back here. I put like a hammock there and a little, like a wind chime, because I was just trying to make like a really nice back patio area. The landscaping and like the way I do the yard and the front area of this house is pretty interesting. I'm not super happy with the landscaping of this, but that's, you know, I always get like that. That's mainly just because I'm not very good at landscaping and that kind of thing, so that is to be expected. But I think it turned out pretty well. As you can see by my choice in doors and windows, you can see the mid-century modern style starting to come through. And yeah, I'm just doing like all the greenscaping and stuff right now. Putting in palm trees because I imagine this to be somewhere in Los Angeles, just because I've seen a lot of mid-century modern homes in California, or at least like on Pinterest, not like in person. But yeah, you might see me saving a lot during this build, and that's just because I actually like built a lot of this before, and then my game crashed and I lost my build, and that was because I was dumb and didn't save it. So after that crash, I came back here to redo the build, and I just started saving all the time because I got really scared. So sorry about all the save screens you might see, but that was just out of precaution. Anyways, here I am putting in just some walls. I went with these bricks instead of the wood walls because I felt that this looked a little bit more mid-century modern. And I just like the way that the bricks look. These bricks, the brick walls can be found in the debug menu. They're not like a mod or CC or anything like that. So this house has a relatively small yard. Well, it's not that small, it's actually kind of big. But I didn't really use the entire lot space. I rarely ever use like the entire lot space. I just think it's an enormous amount of land, and I don't really want to build like too much. I like keeping my spaces relatively small and tight together. So I just kind of created this small yard. What that does mean is this pool is kind of actually really small. Like, you could barely swim a lap in that. I don't know if it's a very efficient pool, but I mean, having a pool is nice enough, I guess. And then there's this little garden area over here, which I thought was pretty cute to include like a garden area. It's not like a real garden in like the game sense. Like, I don't think you could actually use it, because I'm pretty sure all these garden items are just decor. But I think it looks nice. I mean, I don't usually build, like I've said in multiple videos, I don't usually build for gameplay. I usually build for just aesthetic purposes, just for like fun and interior design practice and all that kind of stuff. So we're just putting in some more bushes. I'm going to put a tree in this corner, make it seem nice and, you know, greenscaped. I don't know. I'm really bad at greenscaping or landscaping or whatever you want to call it. Put this old-fashioned car in the front, which I thought went with like the vibe of the old-fashioned house. Then here I'm just choosing my exterior wallpaper. I believe I just ended up going with like this wood paneling, which I thought felt pretty mid-century modern. Again, I might be totally wrong about the vibe of mid-century modern, just because this is my interpretation of mid-century modern from what I've seen like on Pinterest and just from my memory of the style. So there's probably some inaccuracies to what may or may not be deemed mid-century modern, but you know, whatever. It's a quirky mid-century modern, so it's allowed to be a little bit weird. But yeah, here I'm putting in my walls, just setting up what all the rooms are going to be. This is a relatively big house. Like I said, it's 2 bedrooms. One of the bedrooms I use as an office space, and then there's just a full-on dining room, kitchen, and living room, and just like a kind of big entryway as well. So I'm going to put in my tiles now. Here I'm just choosing what tiles I want. I recently downloaded these new tiles and I thought they were really pretty, so I wanted to use these for sure. And then here I am just looking at different wallpaper. I just end up going with like the wood paneling again, mainly because I just like how it looked with the wood floors, like how the tones match pretty well. And I also, again, thought it was very mid-century modern to have like wood paneled walls. But yeah, here I'm putting in a fireplace. I end up going with this one, which I thought, again, looked pretty mid-century modern. You're gonna hear me say that a lot, mid-century modern. And then here I'm putting in this couch, and it's like a build your own couch kind of deal, so I made it like this L shape, which I thought was pretty cool. Putting in some throw pillows, because, you know, I love my throw pillows, and then putting in just little decorations here and there. Let's see. I didn't really have any kind of characters in mind or anything like that for this build. Like, I wasn't really thinking about like who would live here. I was more just kind of playing with an aesthetic and a couple new things I downloaded, and I just kind of wanted to build a build different than any of the builds I've done recently. So I was experimenting with a lot of custom content that I haven't really used that much before. And I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, which I say in pretty much every video, even though sometimes I don't always, you know, not always happy with how it turns out. But this one's pretty nice, I think. Putting in a lamp, just kind of lighting up the space, making it look nice, and there's my coffee table. And then you'll see me start to put in some decorations here and there. Let's see, what did I want to talk about? Yes, streaming. So I think I'm gonna start streaming just on Saturday nights now. Streaming on Saturday and Sunday I don't think was very viable or feasible for my schedule. So I'm just gonna stream on Saturday nights now. So Saturdays at 8 p.m. I will be streaming on Twitch. You can see the link to that just on my banner on my YouTube page. And yeah, feel free to come and hang out and watch me build. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do this weekend. I usually never know what I'm gonna do. But we can figure it out together. I'd really love if you guys came and joined me and listened to me ramble and be dumb, yeah. But yeah, here I'm decorating this bookshelf. I usually don't decorate my bookshelves with a lot of books, even though that's like how I like bookshelves in real life. And that's because I usually, like, I'm not always happy with how the books are colored. Like, sometimes a book stack will have like one particular shade of color that just doesn't go with my color palette, and it annoys the hell out of me. But in this case, I actually really liked these particular book stacks because I think that the color palette actually really complemented the rest of the colors in the build. So I was finally able to do a book-heavy bookshelf decoration thing, I guess. And then I put another shelf over here just to fill this empty wall space. And here I am just putting in, you know, various decoration. Geez, I'm running out of breath. This is a long video. As you can see, the decorations is a mix of, again, it's like mid-century modern stuff, but kind of more quirkier versions of that. That kind of style. I don't know how to describe the style of this build. It's like old school, but there's also like a lot of weird modern touches and stuff like that. I actually am really happy with how this kitchen turned out. I was experimenting with these new cabinets. I've used these counters before, but you'll see the cabinets in a moment. They look actually pretty interesting. And this new kind of fridge that I got too, I thought was, it looked pretty neat. Very old school vintage, I liked it a lot. Yeah, I really like this kitchen. It's just so funky and the colors are so weird. Yeah, look at those cabinets. They're so like retro looking. I just think they're really interesting. And then I put in that stove, and then I'm just gonna decorate the rest of the kitchen pretty simply. Didn't go too overboard with the decorations in here. But yeah, aren't those cabinets just so cool? Like the way they're slanted in, it's like so, I don't know if that's like 50s or 60s, but it's just like really interesting. I like it a lot. Yeah, so here I'm just decorating the shelf over here, putting in some cutting boards, some baskets, just little, I don't know, kitchen items, salt and pepper shaker, just kitchening it up, I guess. I guess you could say this kitchen is kitsch, you know, like okay, it was a really bad joke. Anyways, putting in a rug in the kitchen. I don't remember which rug I ended up going with. I believe it's like a, let's see, which one? Pink? I don't know. I don't remember. Let's see. Oh, it's like, oh, it took me a second to figure out what rug I wanted to go with. I ended up going with like this red creamy one. You'll see in a second. Looking back, I'm not totally sure if my rug choice goes with this style of kitchen. I was mainly just concerned about my color palette at this point. I think it ends up looking fine, but I do feel like I could have made a better choice. I put that really interesting wire chair that you can barely see by the door. Yeah, you really can't see that, but there's a wire chair by the door. You just can't see it because the actual mesh is so thin, but it looks really cool. And then putting in a plant on the table, just making the space seem nice and used, and then we're gonna go to the bathroom. Well, we're not gonna go to the bathroom, but we're gonna decorate the bathroom now. Let's see, I use this sink, which is from the same pack as the cabinets, I believe, maybe? I'm not sure actually. But I like that sink because it's so old school looking. I thought it was really cool. Then we're gonna put in a shower, a toilet, and then we're just gonna start decorating with this really nice mirror, rug, and then we're just gonna throw in some decorations here and there. Yeah. I actually don't have a build for tomorrow yet. I'm gonna have to build later tonight. Let me know in the comments if there's anything that you would like to see me build. As always, I love your suggestions. I love when you guys give me really cool ideas. I've been inspired by movies a lot recently, so let me know if you have like a favorite movie or like a movie you'd like to see a build inspired by. I just did a build inspired by the movie Misery, which is a really creepy horror movie based off a Stephen King novel. So if you have any ideas like that, like any plot-driven movies and you like to see a build that's like revolves around the plot, maybe like, I don't know, like a zombie apocalypse hideout, something like that, or I don't know, a Harry Potter thing, I don't know, like literally anything you want to see. Just let me know and I'll build it because I do like building. It's very fun and I love building things that you guys actually want to see. But yeah, I'm putting in some lights here and there, and then I'm gonna move to the bedroom. Let's see. I remember not being totally satisfied with how this bedroom turned out. Let me know what you guys think. I think from my memory it looks like fine, like it doesn't look bad. I just feel like maybe, I don't know, like I really do like this build, but I feel like a problem with this build is the aesthetic is not always the same in every room, which isn't like a bad thing. It's more like a me personally thing. Bothers me a little bit because I'm kind of like really about things being cohesive and things being organized and stuff like that, especially with like my color palette and things like that. I mean, it looks fine. It looks fine. I'm too hard on myself sometimes. I do think it looks good. But yeah, I'm just decorating the bedroom now, keeping it relatively simple. I did know that the other room was going to be an office, so I didn't put like a desk or anything in here. I'm putting in this console table, and then I'm just going to decorate it very lightly. And then above here, I just put a little TV and just a side light. Kept it very simple, and then we're going to move on to the office. This office space turns out pretty cool, actually. I really do like it. Put in this cool rug with like these ducks on it. I would like this rug in real life. I think, like, I don't ever want to like own a duck because I feel like they'd be loud and probably smelly. No hate on ducks though. But I love ducks like aesthetically, like ducks on blankets or like quilted ducks or like ducks on clothing. I think they're the cutest things. Like, I just love the shape of ducks and like the colors of them, like the white ducks with the yellow beaks. I'm getting, like, this is such a random thing for me to talk about, but like, I don't know. It just got me thinking that carpet, that like I aesthetically really like ducks, but like in real life, I don't think I ever want to own a duck. What are your thoughts on ducks? Let me know, or not. I mean, it's not that important of a topic. Yeah. Anyways, that is the build. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. This was really fun to make. I had a lot of fun playing with all the new custom content I recently downloaded. I swear to God, these custom content creators are so insanely talented. Like, they should be working for EA. Like, EA should be paying them because the only reason I can play this game is because of them. Yeah, anyways, leave your recommendations or suggestions for builds down below. And yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.